Welcome back to In the Kitchen with Grace. Today we are making a Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. I'm super excited. It's one of my favorite pies and I feel like it's one that anybody can make successfully. I'm going to leave all of the ingredients in the description below, and I am actually going to use a store-bought pie crust today. I'm only using one of the two pie crusts that come in the box. And like with any kind of store-bought pie crust, you want to kind of let it come to room temperature before you unroll it and let it kind of settle into your pie tin. I do have a homemade pie crust recipe. I will link to it. It's a pretty rock solid one. I just happen to be in a bit of a hurry today, so I'm just using my store-bought pie crust. All right, we are going to start with dry ingredients first. And I am going to start with a cup of brown sugar. And I do not pack my brown sugar down. I'm going to keep it light. And we're going to do 1 tablespoon of flour. We're going to do a ½ teaspoon of salt. We're going to do a ½ teaspoon of nutmeg. We are going to do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And if you don't have all of these separate spices, that's okay. You could also use just a general pumpkin spice blend. Going to do 1 teaspoon of ginger. I actually have a new ginger. I have been busy baking and I had to get a new ginger. All right, 1 teaspoon of ginger going in. And then we're gonna do a pinch of ground cloves. Technically it's like 1/8 of a teaspoon, but it's literally a pinch, a sprinkle. Okay, and then we are going to stir this together. Kind of get those seasonings, the spices all blended in. And it's okay if you have some brown sugar clumps, they will melt once they are warm in the oven. I hope you all have a fabulous holiday, Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, whatever you have going on. I just pray and hope it's a blessed one. If you're looking for some more dishes, alternative dishes you could take along to your Thanksgiving, I have green bean casserole, praline sweet potato casserole, a blue cheese walnut pull-apart bread that is amazing. We've got pumpkin bars. What else have I been up to? We've got pasta salads, fruit salads. Go check out all of my potluck holiday playlists, because I've got all sorts of ideas of things that you could take along to your holiday Thanksgiving get together. So this dry ingredients is blended nicely, and I'm going to actually crack my eggs now. I'm going to use 3 eggs. Ran out of my farm fresh eggs, so I had to go get some more. This is the last of my baking for our holiday get together. Ooh, speaking of ideas and alternatives, if you're not into turkey, or maybe you're just doing a Friendsgiving, or you want something amazing for Christmas, I have 3 amazing ham pork glaze recipes coming up. It is so amazing. We did it on pork chops this weekend. We had some big thick cut pork chops, smoked them in the smoker with the glaze, and my husband thought he was in heaven. I have got my oven preheating to 375 degrees. And once I put this pie in the oven, it's gonna be baking for about 45 to 50 minutes. Again, everybody's oven varies, so that just gives you maybe a starting point to kind of go off of. We are going to mix all of the liquid ingredients together now, and my pumpkin pie recipe calls for 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin pie filling. So we're gonna put that in the bowl. And then we need 1 1/4 cups of evaporated milk, which I think is of just about the whole can. Just about, not quite. I think there's about 1 1/2 cups of evaporated milk in that size can. So I only need 1 1/4 cups of the evaporated milk. And then we need the eggs. So I'm gonna put my 3 eggs in. And that is it for the liquid ingredients. And I'm going to grab my whisk. I'll just set the spoon in here. I'm gonna very gently kind of mix this together. Make sure the eggs get mixed in. If you want to, you can pre-whisk your eggs. This will take me probably about 2 minutes maybe of gentle whisking. I don't like to use my mixer in this because I feel like it almost mixes it too fast, even on the low setting. I feel like this is a hand whisk recipe. It's coming together really nicely. All right, now we are going to pour it into our brown sugar spice mixture. Gonna mix that together really well. And again, I am using my whisk to really incorporate it together to get that brown sugar and spices blended really well. You'll know when it's mixed well because you won't feel any of the brown sugar on the bottom of your bowl. That's pretty good. So it's about a minute of mixing the wet ingredients and then a minute of blending the wet and dry ingredients together. Grab my pie crust. And we're gonna gently pour it in. Perfect, and now we're gonna go bake it. So my pumpkin pie was in the oven for right about 50 minutes at the 375 degrees. It is done. You can tell when your pumpkin pie is done because if you give it a little jiggle, if you wiggle the pan just a little bit, if the middle does not jiggle, it is done. You could also do a toothpick, stick a toothpick in there. And when you pull it out, if there is pie filling on the toothpick, it's not quite done yet. Your toothpick should come out clean. So now I'm just waiting for this to cool, and then we are going to slice it up and enjoy. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.